Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, April 13th, 2020. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice here that the ES is currently off the highs of the Sunday night open. Price open with a bit of a gap up and filled back down, and is pulled back here within the overall uptrend. Again, this market has been very strong off the lows, has been pushing higher day over day. Higher highs day over day, higher lows for the most part, and we continue to hold above prior market structure lows. For example, this zone right here, 2700, has been very important, 2600 has been important, 2400 has been important, and it continues to walk up these stairs. Now, if there's a failure to hold 2700, that could open up a bit of a pullback again, something like this within the uptrend. Maybe we pull back to the previous month's close, perhaps it can bounce again. But that 2700 is going to be very important here. Breaking two-day lows over the next day or so could open up a bit of a pullback, but overall this market's been strong, and so far pullbacks have been bought until proven otherwise. We do have earnings that comes out this week, and so that's going to be something that could hit the market a bit when you have bank earnings and others of the like, JPM, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citi, Goldman, and others. That could be something that moves the market a bit. But right now, keep an eye on 2700 for violation lower. If it were to break down, it could be a bounce opportunity back up until proven otherwise. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. This one's down just a hair here today. This one also in a very narrow 4-day range right now. You can see the sideways action we've seen over the last 4 days. If I were to double click this indicator here and make it 4 days here, click OK, we'll have a measurement on that 4-day range here, and you'll notice that we have a little magenta bar there at 51.5% of average range. That tells you right there that we are significantly compressed on a 4-day range basis, and again, we're looking for some sort of expansion at some point. So you have the highs here, you have the lows here, the 4-day range. Again, this market has been trending up, so even if we break that 4-day range to the downside briefly, it could be a bounce opportunity until proven otherwise right now. So again, anytime you have a very narrow range and you have directional conviction, if you break in the opposite direction, that could be a trap for a bounce back up. So just keep that in mind right now. We are coming up to where we continue to trade around that 8300 level, which is very important. Prior support here that could turn resistance. If it does reclaim 8300s really well, then perhaps back toward 900 we can go. So again, watching the 4-day range here for signs of directional conviction this week. Let's take a look now at crude oil. This one is up about 1% right now, but really this one is just kind of holding here at these lows. Just move this key range here, which I'll fix in a little bit here, but this key range right here shows you the edges here, and again, we're kind of right there at the bottom of the range, near the 22-23 zone. And again, this market has pulled back a bit here after rumors. Rumors have been moving this market tremendously, so you have to be very cautious and mind your risk with crude oil right now. The moves are just incredible. Last week here we had a move as high as 28 and change, and it dropped all the way down to 22s, all in a matter of minutes, it seemed like. So right now we are testing back toward 22s here, showing a little bit of tail off the 22s. If we can continue to hold that zone, perhaps there's a bounce back up toward 26, 27. Failure to hold 22 opens up a retest toward these lows. But right now this market seems to be holding off this $20 level, does not want to really give it up. So holding 22 could give you a higher low, and that could bounce things back toward 28. All right, let's take a look lastly at GC. GC has been very strong. We talked about this before, that any pullback here could be a bounce opportunity for new highs. We kept talking 1767 as the next upside target here. The reason we had that target in view is because it is the 25% extension of the previous month's range. Previous month's high is here. We've broken it now, and that's your 25% target. You can see a big high range day the previous session, and now holding at highs here. Again, that suggests more overall strength here until proven otherwise. The upper end of the range is 1800 to 1830. So we could be looking at a continuation toward that end as well. So again, right now gold remains quite bullish, and all pullbacks here at the moment continue to be buying opportunities until proven otherwise. Now, one level to keep an eye on for a failure would be the 1700 level, 1704.30, that little zone right there. If we were to fail through that area, perhaps we can rotate back down to 1576. But right now, staying, even pulling back to that zone, could still be a buy opportunity until proven otherwise. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.